Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Michelangelo and The Simpsons and Tallahassee and how all of these things actually do relate in the most bizarre way. If you have missed the news, a principal at a school in Tallahassee that promises to provide students with a classical education that is content-rich, liberal arts and sciences, that principal has been fired because sixth grade students saw images of David, Michelangelo's David. And this was deemed inappropriate, I guess. And it just kind of went from there. Deemed inappropriate by some parents. I'm not sure how you're supposed to provide a classical education without the Renaissance, but here we are. There are a lot of people who are making the connection to a Simpsons episode, because there is an episode of The Simpsons in which Marge, which is the mother if you don't know, she gets upset about the cartoons her kids are watching. It's Itchy and Scratchy, which is basically Tom and Jerry. And she moves to get the show, let's just say, edited. And the whole move for censorship just spirals out of control, and it just goes wild. And by the end of it, people want to censor David. It's one of those things where The Simpsons predicted this. Marge, an artist herself, does not agree with censoring Michelangelo. And yeah, I mean, that's definitely a connection to make, and it is funny, especially with all of the different things that The Simpsons have seemingly predicted over the years. And it is also funny in the sense that our current world is just beyond parody. Even in The Simpsons. But I think there's another point that can be made with the Simpsons Tallahassee issue. That episode, and it is a real episode, it is season 2, episode 9. It aired for the first time on December 20th, 1990. That was so long ago the Soviet Union still existed. It was seen by 22 million people on TV. Do you know what's in that episode, other than the story I just said? They drew David. They drew David in that episode, from the back and the front. And yeah, it's there. I mean, it's The Simpsons. It's not super detailed, but it's there. 30 years ago, this was something that was allowed on TV in a cartoon, widely watched by children. But today, it is apparently too much for sixth graders to handle. When you think about schools and all of the things that children need to be shielded from at schools, that there's not a whole lot of action on. The fact that at a school that is supposed to provide a classical education, is shielding their students from David, from Michelangelo's David, one of the most famous statues in the world. It is just mind-boggling. If you wonder how far this has gone, as far as how wild things have become in schools, and how hard it is for school administrators and teachers to gauge what they can teach. Think about that Michelangelo's David in a school that promises a classical education in what I think was an art history class. That's apparently out of bounds. We are shielding our children from the wrong things. There is no doubt about that. And a lack of art education, a lack of embracing creativity is going to lead to children growing up who do not understand the world. My understanding is that this principal was given the option to resign and refused. Good for them. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.